bank accounts linked to end bad governance protesters. Welcome to Freedom Square News, where we bring you the latest and most impactful developments from Nigeria. Here are the top 5 news stories making headlines across the country. At number 1, Catholic bishops warn of ticking time bomb under Tinubu administration. The Catholic Bishops' Conference of Nigeria has sounded a stark warning about the nation's precarious situation under President Bola Tinubu. In a statement delivered during the 2024 Plenary Assembly in Auchi, Edo State, the bishops criticized the administration for its handling of poverty, economic hardships, and corruption. They emphasized that these issues could lead to increased civil unrest and protests. The bishops condemned the government's recent economic reforms, including fuel subsidy removal and naira devaluation, and urged a focus on addressing systemic problems to prevent further instability. At number 2, DSS arrests and releases investigative journalist Adejuwon Soyinka. Adejuwon Soyinka, the regional editor for The Conversation Africa, was detained by the Department of State Services, DSS, at Lagos's Muritala Muhammad International Airport on August 25, 2024. Soyinka, who had just returned from the UK, was held without explanation and was initially unreachable. Following widespread concern and media inquiries, Soyinka was released, although his passport was retained by the DSS. The reason for his detention remains unclear, and the DSS has yet to provide any official comment on the incident. At number 3, Nigerian Air Force strikes terrorist hideouts in Kaduna and Zamfara. The Nigerian Air Force, as part of Operation World Punch, conducted successful airstrikes on August 24, 2024, targeting terrorist hideouts in Malam Forest, Kaduna State, and Bayan Ruwa, Zamfara State. The strikes aimed at dismantling networks responsible for recent violent attacks and abductions. The operation, supported by intelligence reports, resulted in the elimination of several terrorists and the destruction of their operational bases. Additionally, air patrols in the Niger Delta led to the destruction of over 25 illegal refining sites and a leaking pipeline, addressing significant environmental and security concerns. At number 4, Lagos state government cracks down on public indecency with 6 arrests. As part of its Dachshund's Zero Tolerance Lagos and Church Cleaner Lagos initiatives, the Lagos state government has arrested 6 individuals for public urination on the rail tracks in front of the Nigeria Army shopping complex, Arena, Oshodi. This crackdown, announced by Commissioner of Environment and Water Resources Tokumbo Wahab, is part of broader efforts to enforce public decency and sanitation standards. The arrested individuals were apprehended in response to increasing concerns about public hygiene and environmental cleanliness in the city. At number 5, Federal High Court freezes 32 bank accounts linked to Dawa's End Bad Governance protests. In a high-profile legal move, the Federal High Court in Abuja has ordered the freezing of 32 bank accounts linked to individuals and organizations involved in the recent End Bad Governance protests. This court order, issued on August 24, 2024, targets accounts allegedly used for financing terrorism, treason, and other criminal activities. The court's decision aims to prevent these accounts from being accessed or manipulated during ongoing investigations. The list of affected accounts includes those from major banks such as Fidelity, UBA, and Access Bank, and involves entities like Pialin, Torchecho Global Service Ltd, and Obedient Movement Multipurpose Cooperative Society. Thank you for tuning in to Freedom Square News. Stay informed and engaged as we continue to bring you the most important updates and analyses from Nigeria. We'll be back with more top stories and developments. Until then, stay safe and connected.
Freedom Square.